Thanks so much for joining us today, Chef.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Great.
Good. So you've been at your club for about 8 years, is that right?
Yeah, 8+ years now.
Okay, that's a pretty good amount of time. I'm sure it's changed a lot in that time.
Yeah,
How would you characterize that?
It's grown. It's I love it. I expect there to be there for for quite a while. The membership itself is just amazing, like just amazing. I've never worked with or for a membership that was just so caring about their staff. I mean, just awesome. I have more personal relationships that are more like they're my real friends than anywhere I've ever been by a long shot. I mean, they don't know just me, they know all my children, and they know everybody on my staff who has children, who their wives are. I mean, it's just that kind of intimate, and it's a good environment.
It's nice to have that community. Can you talk a little bit about the dining venues and food and beverage?
Sure. So we just completed a full renovation in the main building. So there's some new dining areas. We have a new private dining room, a new ballroom, a new restaurant that's been branded as the 1909 Grill. And then a new grab-and-go area was produced, and then there's the classic like men's grill that's just like the weekend hangout. It's a typical, it's more of an old school club, so there's no pool, there's no tennis, there's no paddleball courts, or it's just golf in a clubhouse.
How does that impact your menu planning?
I don't think it really affects it. I mean, I know the membership, so I know what works and what doesn't work. But our traffic, so to say, is different than most clubs because obviously we only have a golf course and we get traffic from the golf course. Otherwise, we're just trying to create traffic through food and beverage to get them in the building.
Were you pretty involved in that renovation process?
I was. I mean, the best thing that ever happened was they just kind of let me not just look at the kitchen. They didn't even ask a question. They just said, hey, pick the designer, you deal with it. And it never really got touched. There was nothing taken away from it. I just drew it and let them know exactly how it should be and how I wanted it, and it got done exactly that way. It was awesome.
Is that something you'd done before, or was this the first time?
I've been involved with renovations, but obviously there's always somebody else involved, and like it was almost like having nobody involved. It was just like, hey chef, do your thing, and it all worked out.
That's awesome. What are you glad that you included that you weren't sure about, or that you would advise other chefs to include or think about if they're doing a renovation?
Blast chillers necessary. I mean, we have a couple of them now, and those things are just awesome. And a dry ager box. I mean, everybody seems to be getting them and playing with them. I've had ours for a little over a year now, and like it's like a science project, an ongoing science project.
What have you learned from that process?
That you can pretty much put anything in there. We've done it with vegetables, we've done it for a couple months with seafood, and primarily we've been doing all types of cuts of beef and meat in general. Next on our agenda is a charcuterie program, so I'm trying to get another one so it can be just for charcuterie.
I know you have some new programs to talk about your Chef Series program.
Yeah, so this program we were looking for ideas because we're about to have a major golf course renovation. So our golf course is going to be shut down for the better part of 6 months, from September to probably next April of 26, and we wanted to create some ideas to create traffic in the clubhouse without having any golf course traffic for so many months. And this was something I've been keeping this in my back pocket for a little while now, maybe a couple years. And it's a chef series that's going to put our culinary team in the forefront of the club, kind of make us all the rock stars of the club. And it's not just myself, but it's going to introduce pretty much everybody on our team. They're going to have a lot of involvement. They're going to be doing certain things. I mean, we have kitchen tables. We're doing kitchen courses on a la carte evenings. We're having chefs deliver courses and explain surprise courses. We're doing counter service in our banquet kitchen, which is a perfect setup for us to do live cooking and have it counter style, almost like you were going to an omakase counter or something. So that's going to be really cool. But it's really a big series of events. I mean, there's a lot of things. There's going to be some events that are going to have club chef involvement, like almost like a round robin dinners with different club chefs from around the area. And it's planned out. We started this early. This way, by the time we get to September, when our golf course closes, we've figured it out, and we can create some traffic that way. But when you have that many members, it adds up. I mean, we're talking, being able to keep our staff, have stability, take research and development like trips as a team on our off time. So our club closes for about 2 months, January and February every year. So we're planning this upcoming year, we're trying to figure out what trip we're going to take, but we're going to take the overachievers. Maybe we take everybody, we'll see how it works out. But we're going to do some R&D trips with our entire team. And I'm not talking like going to New York and having some dinners that's a half an hour away. I'm talking about, going to Texas and doing like a barbecue crawl for a week, or finding something even outside the country and taking everybody on a trip. I think I think every club will wind up doing something of this nature once it gets out there.